Ian, as far as Ian Holloway games go, that probably sums it up today.
We threw everything at them, didn't we? Kitchen sink. And if you look at the injuries that we've got, and all in the same area, which is makes it very, very difficult. But wow, the lads were great. Kept going. Fell behind. We tried to keep it out. Connor was excellent on a couple of other things. We looked a little bit lacking in confidence and when to play and when not to play. But in the end, it looked inevitable. Every time we got the ball, we put it in a great area, fantastic crossing. And we looked a threat and we looked dangerous. And then it came, and Cabs is slotting them in brilliantly, isn't he? You know, but we should have scored. But a bit like they did, really, didn't they? They managed to keep it in and get a goal. But delighted for everybody. Makes up for the weekend.
We went into the half goalless, but not through enough chances. We threw absolutely everything at them in the first half and just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net.
Well, he'd put all his big ones in to deal with Harry, and when I had him at centre half, it completely bamboozled them. But we had people on them who had different skill sets, and we were trying to work it and chase, and it almost came off. You know, one or two of the three of those moves. On another day, we would have probably scored. Cabs had a couple of chances. Joe did ever so well. Glatz was coming in off the line, you know, but we didn't quite know how to get it there. You know, we were going a little bit long, but at the end, I always had that up my sleeve to put Harry back up there. I could always go back to a 4. And we're quite good at pinning people back in if they're in front, you know. And at this time of the year, it's really difficult to hang on for things if you're going to go back, even with big lads that they've got, and particularly with the quality that came in. You know, Coxey's crossing at the end was excellent. But we got the people in the right areas. We got bodies in the box. We kept recycling it, kept putting it in. I'm delighted, absolutely delighted for the lads. If we'd have lost that, I would have, you know. But we've played better than that and not got anything, so that probably makes up for it, you know. But I'm delighted in the spirit and the crowd and all of it. You know, it feels great being here, and that's a great run that we've been on.
We talk most weeks about the way people hold Harry and bring Harry down, which I'm sure we'll touch on about later in the game. But in the first half, it felt like Joe Wesley and Pau Glatzel, Kamongo Shabanga really had that to deal with as well that Harry deals with most weeks.
Yeah, well, they had 3 of them to worry about rather than everybody focusing on. And I think their team selection, their manager looked shell-shocked when he saw Harry at the back. Because, you know, you imagine the work that you're going to do to have to stop him, and, you know, all of a sudden their game plan's out the window. You know, it took them a while to get onto it. They did in the second half. They got 4 on it, and we were just going to change, but they got out to him a few times, and then that gave them that little bit of extra control, which they managed to score from. I needed to change me free. We were going to do that. And then in the end, I always knew I could push Harry up and then go with a 4. And well, we're 2 at the back really, and we push everybody up. So, and we've done it a few times, but we got pressure at the right time. They're moaning and shouting and bawling at the referee, but for me, that was 2 blatant penalties.
Let's talk about Harry Smith. We probably should. It's an unusual position. I think I spoke to him. He says that he's played there before, so it's probably natural for someone his size to slot in that middle centre-back quite comfortably. And to be fair to him, throughout that first half, he didn't lose a header either.
To be honest, he's been battered and beaten up so many times, I was going to rest him. And then I thought, do you know what? I didn't like the way we let that goal in. I'm going to play him because he'll head it. And he won his first 3-4 headers. You know, everybody thought, I think, that it was an April Fool's thing that I did yesterday. And I don't do that, not when it comes to football. But I'm known, and it's also an emergency thing where if we're ahead, can I do that in other games? Does he know how to play there? Can he do that? Well, he's proved today that he can. And what it did, it completely bamboozled them because they're very good at what they've been doing. And that really did throw them off. I'm sure their manager will be fuming at how it's ended up, but he will understand that really did spin it. And I took a risk, but I slept all right last night. The real boss said, "Are you sure? What's that going to look like when you put Harry at the back there?" I said, "Oh, we'll be all right." and I can't wait to tell her when I get home.
That risk versus reward factor obviously paying off in our favour today, but I just want to ask you about kind of how Harry took the news in terms of playing at centre half, but I get the impression that such an experienced player knows that you know where you need your players.
I think he enjoyed it. It was either having a rest and sitting on the side and then coming off the bench because you've battled through loads and loads of things, or you go and play in a different position, enjoy not having the pressure of having to score and having them all over you, and do what the team needs for you to do. And at the end, once we got 2-1 up, he went and stood back there, and they were never getting in, were they? So, you know, it depends on the situation, and it's nice to know that I can do that if I need to, you know. But, you know, I don't anticipate having Grant out, Minturn out, Ollie out, and then, Delaney out, all at once, you know. John McGregor out, you know, you don't normally get that, do you? So, and I thought the ones who played Saturday didn't do enough, so I changed everybody, apart from the goalkeeper. And I got every right to do that if I'm disappointed in things, because what you don't do is go on holiday before you've earned that holiday, you know. And that's a vital 3 points today. Can't wait to see where that puts us and what we got. And still 6 to go in there.
Let's talk about the goalkeeper. One of the changes that you didn't make. I have to say, a fantastic performance from Connor Ripley today. He made that one save in the first half, which denied an obvious goal scoring opportunity for Wimbledon, but the double save that eventually led to their goal as well. But just a really assured performance from him, making some incredible top saves today.
Absolutely, yeah. His experience counts for an awful lot, and that's what he's got. He's made Jack train better than Jack's ever trained, and long may it continue. Do you know what I mean? And I don't really care who plays. I just think the club has experience throughout it. That's why sometimes you start with them. I wanted to give the young lads a good run around. I thought Joe did really well. You know, instead of being an impact player, he's had a start. He's getting his body around. I think that's only his third actual start in any league like this. So he's done ever so well. He's got 3 goals for us. And I wanted to give him a go at it. And I think that did cause them all sorts of problems, you know. So let's get on with the next one now.
It's not the first time that we found ourselves behind going into late in the second half, and it's again not the first time that we've seen Kabongo Shamanga slot away a penalty, and it's not the first time that we've seen your side score in added time either. So all of those things rolled into one is that typical Ian Holloway game, and finish to a game that we pick up 3 points.
Well, the great thing is, I've just said how proud I am of them, that we never stop, you never give in. I will never give in. And I'm sure when they're trying to screw the lid down on my coffin, that I'd still be trying to get out, to be honest. Because I love this life. I love everything about it. I get moody sometimes if I don't see the effort that I want. Very, very few times have they showed me that. I hated the goal that we let in last Saturday. Absolutely hated it. And I think they know that. And I think I went too mad on them yesterday, because they looked a bit scared to have the ball and a bit scared to do things in it. But we soon got that back. And some days, one of them's the hero. Some days they come off, somebody else goes on and they're the hero. And it's all about, you can make 5 changes. So you're not a sub, you're a finisher. You're either a starter or a finisher, and I'm going to share that around, because we need every one of you to absolutely maximise what you got to help us get where we want to get. And this month has killed us, really. I have to say, all the draws and that defeat away to the bottom of the league. Well done to Morecambe, they've gone and won again tonight, fighting for their lives, but that's us. That's what I want to see from my lot. So I'm glad we had a game on Tuesday. I feel a lot better tomorrow when I wake up.
I think you've mentioned it already. No complaints for either penalty that we were awarded as well.
Well, they've got some complaints, and I can understand a few of it. You know, a bit of it. There was some decisions. Is that a foul? Is that not a foul? I'm not sure we were truly consistent with that. But there's also some other things, you know, that I could have possibly moaned about. But, you know, it's hard to take, isn't it, when you're in that top six and you want to stay there and you want to try and chase it, and you know, it's very, very emotional. But they know that we'll never give in. So I think we just about deserved it. It could have gone either way. We have played better and got a draw. We have played better and lost. So, you know, I'll take that though.
I suppose there's only one way to finish an interview, and that's talking about the fans and that celebration right at the end of the game. I think I even witnessed Connor Ripley run the full length of the pitch to get involved in the celebrations. The celebrations cooped with the fact of the fans' eruption right at the end, and all of you boys celebrating together. It just must be a magnificent feeling.
That was amazing, but we had 2.5 minutes still to go. So I'm thinking, I wish he hadn't run that far. It's probably harder than he's worked ever since he's been here. But no, I'm delighted. You know, the subs, Namdi ran down there. It was Cots ran down. It's just a great thing to realise that, you know, if you look at the beleaguered, worried, almost held back people that I first met here, they don't look like that anymore, do they? So well done to them. They've worked hard to build relationships, to understand, to accept my idiosyncrasies and how I am. They understand how I will always try and encourage, but I have standards that I don't want them to drop away from, and it's all about work. You got to work hard. And if you don't get what you want, you got to work even harder. And if I don't give you what you want, if you sulk and you moan, I'll never give in for that nonsense. You got to fight for what you want, and they keep doing it all the time. So I'm delighted for them, and I'm very pleased with them.